Yesterday, I was tagged several times in this lady's video. She's holding up a picture of a puzzle that she had completed, and she titled it, "If anyone knows a good divorce lawyer, let me know." So we see her in the video. She's so proud. She's holding up the puzzle. Then a few seconds later, we see her husband swoop in, punch the puzzle, and then we see a despondent look at this woman. She looks completely incredulous. Now, if you look over here, she had received over 26,000 comments at this particular point. Several of them were people tagging me, so I saw it. These were some of the comments. "He destroyed something you made and it brought him joy. That's so sad for him. I'm so sorry it happened to you." And he did it with so much anger too. Imagine if he had been just a couple of inches closer. And then this man said, "Oops," at the end. So this person was like, the oops at the end too. Now she has to pick up the pieces, literally and figuratively. People have so much empathy and sympathy for this woman. The rage I felt in my bones with the oops. I was trying to punch him through the screen. See, I like revenge, and I would have said oops sarcastically after a successful revenge. People were going hard and being supportive in the comments. And he'll say, "She left me because I broke her puzzle to everyone. I'm so sorry, girl. That is a red flag." So a lot of these comments were very supportive. Now, let's see the video.
See, it works. Wow. It works. I told you. It's a little puppy dog.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oops.
So we see why everybody, my girl, red flags abound. So we see that she got so many comments, and then people were going to her other posts and leaving comments to the point where she needed to address this situation.
Okay, so I went live tonight, but I do want to just address things one more time for people who didn't get to see it. First of all, in the beginning of my live, like I mentioned there, I will also mention here, for victims of domestic violence and people who were very offended by this video, I am sorry that you felt that way about this. It was not intended to be like that at all. It was intended to just be lighthearted fun that we were having. People who made gross comments about my family and children, I hope you get the help that you deserve and need. Same for domestic violence survivors or people who are still suffering through it. I hope you get the therapy and help you deserve. However, the whole background behind this video is I planned everything. I decided that I was going to lift that puzzle up and I wanted him to come and smack it out of my hands because I thought that was funny. My kind of funny is not going to be your kind of funny. And people keep making comments about how they don't like that I said that, but it's just true. You can definitely block me. Please unfollow me. It's fine. It's not going to bother me. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I might not just be your taste, and that's okay. But me and my husband, we joke like this all the time. I slap his phone out of his hand. He does the same thing to me. If he's eating a sandwich, I'll grab it out and take a bite of it and then just throw it back on the plate, or stealing each other's cookies off of our plates, or the last bite of dessert. Just silly things all the time. Chaotic, intrusive thought things that are just fun to us. We think that this is all hilarious. So, again, you might not like what I like and think is funny, and that's okay. I like people like Bert Kreischer and Christina Pajinski and Tom Skura, of course. And so, if you don't like their comedy, you're probably not going to like what I think is funny, and that is okay. You do not have to follow me, and I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect to my husband or about my children. Don't stand for that. So you will be blocked. Otherwise, just block me first, because then we don't have to make this weird between us. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, have a great night, everybody.
So after that video, people were rightfully in the comment section wondering WTF, because when you go to a comedy show, you are under the impression that it is a comedy show. When you are coming across some of these videos on social media with no context. Like, we don't know that it's funny. There was no LOL. All we saw was a video of a man being aggressive to a puzzle. We didn't have the background that this is what y'all found funny. So all we're going to do is say, red flag, get out, are you okay? Most of those comments that I saw were of people being concerned. But this is what she put out. So how would people know any different? So when she comes through with this video, like everybody else just interpreted it wrong. Well, how are we supposed to know, ma'am? How are we supposed to know? And so this person said, wait, is she gaslighting us? And then the person was like, I'm sorry you feel that way. The typical kind of apology, non apology. And somebody else said, like, that's literally what she made it seem like. It wasn't funny and it's a serious thing. Who finds this kind of thing funny, especially with no context, especially with no LOL, no emojis or anything? This person says, I used to make excuses for my ex as well. I really hoped it was just a joke. It just didn't seem like it. It really didn't seem like it because her facial expression was that of exasperation, sadness, after looking so completely happy that she had accomplished this. And this is what a lot of these women do. They show their significant others and their terrible behavior. And then after social media does what it does and comments on it, then they backtrack. They backtrack like they are, trying to escape some kind of dog or something. They backtrack so fast. And her husband didn't like it. Her husband didn't like how he was being portrayed. And so that's what I'm thinking. This person said, I nearly lost my life to DV, holding back the tears and the pain in her face. I don't buy it was a skit, not one bit. I didn't buy that it was a skit. I didn't buy her explanation. This person says, no, your face told it all. You can tell you didn't know that he was going to do that. And so this is what I believe as well. Swollen prostate says, yes, 100%. You could see it on her face. She was really hurt. Then somebody said, if she was acting, she is a great actress. And this is the comment that sums me up. My thing is, how do you expect people to know it's a joke with zero indication of it being one? And then Swifty Cheerleader says, because this is probably a normal joke to her and didn't realize it's a big red flag until everyone pointed it out to her. Then this next person said, how did I know she was going to come and defend him and be like, just kidding. He does me. I don't know if that's supposed to say he does love me. I don't know if she missed out a word or what. At no point, I will say this a few times, DV, things like this, aggression, these types of pranks are not funny. It's not funny in any context. This is not funny. And these non-apologies, backtracking doesn't make the situation look any better. If you don't want people to comment on your content, and I say that as a content creator, do not show your significant other looking like this. Don't do it. Because yes, people will talk, especially if you go viral. Y'all go ahead. Let me know what you think about this one. But for me, DV isn't particularly funny. No joking, haha, laugh, laugh. No, this just isn't it for me. So I did not know anything about this comedian, Matt Rife, until yesterday. Apparently, he is going viral, and people are calling for him to be canceled because he made a joke about DV. He had a whole Netflix special, and he is joking about DV. He's also seemingly an anti-panderer to women. So he's like coming for women, even though I guess women are his typical audience. As a Black woman, I do know and understand that joking about DV is kind of acceptable because we saw what happened with When Love Has to Do with It and how this meme of Lawrence Fishburne playing Ike Turner has been in our lexicon for a couple of decades now. We've seen how this cake situation has made light of DV, and people just get such a good chuckle about what this woman went through with this person. DV is funny, like, ooh, like let's laugh it up. So we have become desensitized to this kind of stuff. Like, yay, We should be laughing. Y'all are just too sensitive. Like, what's wrong with you? Is your humor meter broken? Then you have people like this that know that it's kind of socially unacceptable. So he kind of jokes about cancel Matt Rife. And he knows. But what comedy does, comedy is definitely in the eye of the beholder. Not everybody is going to find the same things funny. However, to be funny, you kind of have to have some kind of social awareness about yourself. That's number one. You have to have a semblance of intelligence. You have to have timing, be able to talk to the crowd. You have to know your crowd. And this is just not it for me. And so many of these jokes and these pranks just lack the social awareness of who is this funny to and why? Why is joking about DV ever funny? Anyways, let's look at the joke.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who like seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. It wasn't like what happened. It was pretty obvious what happened. But we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company. Like this is who you have greeting people. And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Now, a lot of people are pissed because he decided to joke about such a serious topic. And Matt Rife replied to everybody personally. He would post on his Instagram story, if you've ever been offended by a joke I've ever told, here's a link to my official apology. And if you click the link, it's gonna take you here. Now, in the past, comedy has been used to make light of harsh and dark situations. Being a comedian is that one profession where you literally should not be taken seriously. But I genuinely do want to know what you guys think. Do you think Matt Rife went too far? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and follow.
So, as an advocate of women, I took so as a staunch advocate of women and a woman who listens to the stories of women, I didn't find any humor in this. But this next content creator that I'm about to show you, she sums it up pretty well. So let's take a listen to her. I'm not going to come in on the back end, but I am curious, how did it land? How did that joke land for you? Go ahead, jump in the comments and let me know.
You know, the real reason that a lot of women don't find domestic violence jokes funny is because they've experienced it. And that shit's not funny. If she could cook, she probably wouldn't have that black eye. What a hilarious stereotype. Women experience domestic violence because abusive men seek power and control, not because she couldn't cook. My God, it's just a joke. No. Jokes are funny. Jokes actually desensitize people to the actual seriousness of the issue. It normalizes abuse, it perpetuates stereotypes. Now, the worst part about Matt Rife's joke in particular was that he did it to prove that he doesn't pander to women. He's not funny like a comedian, right? He's funny like a clown. You know, he literally said, one thing that I wanted to tackle in this special was showing people that despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys. Because guys just love domestic violence jokes, right? Good luck with your audience of misogynists.